If you are this trader that price will take you out before moving to your direction, then make sure you watch this video to the end. A lot of traders mark key levels wrongly. They trade from zones without any backup, without any story behind their key levels. So if you trade MSNR, make sure you stick to the end of this video. Now, before we go to the video, I'm going to explain what is a key level. Now, a key level, what is a key level? A key level are areas or key zones, or you can call it a floor, whereby price tends to move, or we expect reaction from those key level, we expect rejection from those key level. Now they act as a barrier, right, to push price either to the downside or to the upside. You can see they stop price from moving to the downside. You can expect a reversal from those zones, or you expect a pullback from those zones. Now, a valid key level always experience reversals. These are key levels whereby institutions pay attention to, where we see more volumes, we see more spikes, more rejection, we see more volumes around those key zones. So in this video, I'm going to break down the key levels I do trade, which is this V-shaped key level we have. If you trade MSNR, you understand this better. Today we are just paying attention to key level. Just understand key level for today. We are just going to pick them randomly, but when we are going to entry, when we go to entry, you are going to understand better, and you are going to pick the right key level. For now, just understand how to mark those key levels. When we move to entry, you are going to learn how to choose a key level. Now, this is you identifying valid key levels, but with entry, it will be more better and easier for you to understand. So to mark a valid key level, these are the key levels to pay attention to. We have the A-shaped key level and we have the V-shaped key level. The A-shaped key level are used for sells, while the V-shaped key levels are used for buys. We use the V-shaped key levels for buys. And also, this is an OCL. This is for buys, but this is the same for sell. We have two consecutive candles with the same color, right? This is an OCL. This for buys. And also what we call the breakout block. A lot of people call it SPR, RBS, but I call it breakout block for better understanding. Now, how do you trade this key level? There are ways you can trade this key level. A lot of people enter from wrong key levels. Now you will notice you enter at the key level, but price will take you out, tap into a key level, then move to your direction. And you will see sometimes you mark your key levels. Price will not even come to your key level and will continue. Price will not even come to your key level, but will use something above and start pushing to the upside. That's because you don't understand how to pick the right key level. So all this key level, if you want to trade all this key level, you must know the story behind each key level and what makes this key level valid. A lot of people lost in the market trading MSNR because they pick the wrong zones. They trade from the wrong zones. There are scenarios to this, and as a beginner, you need to learn how to master. This is for both beginner and advanced traders. So I am going to share all the scenarios to complete a valid key level, to trade a valid key level. So I'm going to give you all the criteria for these key levels to make it valid, because this will help you filter valid and invalid key levels. Now, for you to trade a V-shaped key level, this V-shaped key level, if you are to refine this V-shaped key level on the lower time frame, if you are to refine this V-shaped key level, it must be valid on the lower time frame. Now, for this A-shaped key level to be valid, it must come from the higher time frame. I repeat, these key levels must be higher. After you have gotten your bias, then you can use your key levels before you move to entry. Get your key levels first before you can get an entry. And in the next video, I am going to break down how to get a good entry using this. So for today, we are going to pay attention just on key levels. So for a V-shape or an A-shape key level to be valid, it must come from a higher time frame. That is a criteria number one. Criteria number two, these key levels must be refined to the lower time frame, confirmed on the next refined on the 2 hours time frame, 1 hour time frame, or the 30 minutes time frame. We don't go beyond that, and it must be fresh on the next 2 time frame, either the 2 hours or the 1 hour time frame. This goes for all time frame, all key levels. This goes for all key levels. Now, if you move to the lower time frame, you need to see, if you move and you see an OCL, you see a V-shaped key level, you see a breakout block, you can refine to it. That is a valid key level. And for OCL, take note if you are trading OCL. If you have an OCL like this, and if you are moving to the lower time frame to refine an OCL, if you move to the lower time frame and you see an OCL, do not take that trade. You will hit SL. I will advise you to go for the next key level below and avoid this. If you have an OCL, for it to be valid, if you have an OCL, if you're going to the lower time frame, you need to see a breakout block, a V-shape or an A-shape key level. These key levels you need to refine into those key levels to make it a high probability or a valid key level. And for a breakout block key level, this is a breakout block. Price disrespected. This was an A-shaped key level. An A-shaped key level, this is the same as where we have a break and retest, right? A break and retest. Now, on price validate this key. Anytime price will validate a key level like the A-shaped key level, which was valid for itself, but price validated that key level and close above. And if you wake up in the morning and see something like this on the 4 hours time frame, then this key level makes sense, but you need to confirm if that key level would hold price or not. And for you to confirm if that key level will hold price, you need to refine to the lower time frame. And if I can go to the 2 hours, 1 hour time frame or the 30-minute, I need to see a fair value gap. Price need to disrespect this key level, leaving a fair value gap for this breakout block to be valid for me. And if I can go to the lower time frame and I don't have a fair value gap, then I will automatically delete this key level. This key level will be an invalid key level for me. Also, there is something when you want to mark a key level. For example, let's say you have a break of structure on. Let's say you have a break of structure. Let's say, for example, let me just say we have a break of structure on the 4 hours time frame. After you have a break of structure on the 4 hours time frame, another way to filter, because you will see key levels around here, you see key levels around here, you see key levels around here, you see key levels around here. Now, how are you going to take your key level? How are you going to choose the right key level? One of the things I do is I will take my FIP from the low to the high, and I want to take key levels that are below the 50%. So any key level below here, I am going to investigate that key level if it is valid or not. And if the key level is not valid, no trade for me. There will be no trade for me. And this is not a holy grail strategy. Every strategy is not 100%. And if you are a trader, try to get something that you know will work in the long run and will, out of 10 times, it will work 7 to 6 times. It will still be in profit. Now, there are ways to find these key levels. One of the ways to find these key levels on the chart. Now, we are going to go to the chart. Now, I repeat again before I go to the chart. Now, for an A-shaped key level, you must refine this key level to confirm if this key level is coming. One, this key level should be coming from the 4 hours time frame or the higher time frame or the daily time frame. This will save you. Two, this key level must be fresh on the 2 hours time frame, 1 hour time frame, or the 30 minutes time frame. At least 2 time frame below. This key level must be fresh. And for an OCL, this is the rule to trade an OCL. This OCL, if I want to refine this OCL, I need to see a V-shaped key level or an A-shaped key level on the lower time frame. I want to refine into that key level. But if I can refine this key level and I meet an OCL, then this key level is invalid for me. But if I can refine an A-shaped key level into an OCL, it's better and it's good to take a buy or a sell. But refining, I am telling you this from experience. If you trade if you can refine OCL, you check all your let's say this is an OCL on the 4 hours time frame, and on the 2 hours time frame is an OCL, on the 1 hour time frame is an OCL, on the 30 minutes is an OCL, then this key level is invalid for a buy or a sell. And for a breaker block, you must have a fair value gap inside here. If you don't have a fair value gap, you must have a liquidity above. You are going to come to entry or come to entry. This will make sense. This will make more sense. For now, just understand how to mark valid key level. When we move to the lower time, or when we move to entry, you are going to understand better. So now we are going to go into example and how to find those key levels on the chart if you are unable to find them. Now, to find this key level, if you want to find this key level, one, there's something here. If you check, if you look above here, you'll see something. If you click here, you see this is a candle. You move from here, come right to line with markers. Choose line with markers. If I click on line on markers now, anything that is having this dot is a key level. Let me mark them. Let me just mark them randomly so that we can go to the chart and you'll see. Let me just mark them randomly. But now we are going to, I'm going to teach you how to pick the right one. You see, these are key levels. I just want to teach you how to mark them. These are key levels. These are key levels. These ones, these are OCL. But you see a V shape, you just know this is an A shape key level. This is an A shape key level. You see a V shape, you know this is a V shape key level. Or you see this, you know this is a V shape key level. If you can see this, you know this is a V shape key level. Now let me switch back to candle. Can you see all of these are key levels? All of these are key levels. This is a key level, this is a key level. You see, this one will be mitigated already. You see, it's already using for sell. Now for an OCL to sell, this is really current price action. Now this is an OCL that price is selling from. Now let me refine this key level on the 2 hours time frame. It's still an OCL, right? Now I have 1 hour and 30 minutes. If I see an OCL, then this key level price will manipulate those who are selling this market right now. Now if I can go to the 1 hour's time frame, you see it's still an OCL. If I can go to the 30 minutes, now I have something that makes sense. I can refine to this. This is better that I can sell from. You can see I have something I can refine to, which is a V-shaped key level. But if I can go to the last time frame, which is the 30 minutes, and what I see is still an OCL, there is no V-shaped key level for me to an A-shape or a V-shaped key level for me to refine to, then that key level is invalid. And now you can see a beautiful sell, which is a structure, a break of structure and a liquidity, which we are going to come into that. And price is currently dropping from that key level now. Real time price action. You can see this is a current price action. Now price is already selling to the downside already. Now let's do another example. Now this is 4 hours after you have gotten your buyers. After you have gotten your buyers, I repeat, after you have gotten your buyers. Now let's say, okay, we want to mark this key level. This is a key level. This is a key level. And for me to confirm if this key level is valid or this is a key level, I can just switch to this line with markers. You can see this is a V-shaped key level. Can you see? Now this is a key level for me. Now I can mark this key level. Let's refine on the 2 hours time frame. On the 2 hours time frame is an OCL, which makes sense, which is good. If we are refining to a V-shaped key level into an OCL, it makes sense. It's okay. But if you are refining from an OCL to an OCL and you're checking 1 hour, 2 hours, and 30 minutes, there is no V-shape or a breakout block or anything that you can refine into it, then that key level is invalid for you to take a buy from or a sell. So this makes sense for you to take a buy from. That's why price is buying from this key level. And a lot of people will ask, what if you see there are a lot of OCL on the chart? Which one can I choose? Which one can I choose? There is what we call time and price. There is what we call structure. There is what we call all of this. You need to combine them, which we are going to come to that. For now, we are going to pay attention to just marking the right key level. And another way to solve this, if you feel like, okay, now this key level, we have a lot of key level and I am confused which one to choose, move to the higher time frame. You will see just one key level. Let me go to the daily time frame. You see, I have just one key level right here. No stress, which makes sense. This is a valid key level. This is one of the best key level. And also, let's try to look for another example. All right. Okay. Now, this is a key level. All right. And one thing, your key level must break a structure before you look for anything. Make sure your key level breaks structure. Once you have a break of structure, you can start looking for key levels. You can look from the 50% below. You can start looking for key levels to buy or you want to buy or to sell from. Now let's look at this key level if it makes sense. Now we have this key level and we have this key level. Now I need to refine this key level. If I cannot find the fair value gap, I should see something that makes sense. I should see a structure that makes sense with a fresh V-shaped key level and the rest. Now these are the two key levels. I want to see all these key levels fresh. Let's move together. We have this breakout block and we have this key level above here. Right? I want to pick just the right candle. Now this is it. Now let's refine this key level. I'll go to the 4 hours time frame. Can you see this key level? Can you see it was mitigated by this candle because we are trying to pick this sell. Now look at the one above. It's fresh. The one above is fresh. So since I don't have a fair value gap inside here, the breakout block have already been disqualified because the one above is fresh. Now let's refine again to the lower time frame. We need at least 2 time frames to confirm. Now can you see on the 2 hours time frame, this is on fresh, But now let's go to the 1 hour. I need at least 2 time frame below to confirm. So now let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Can you see on the 1 hour time frame, you can refer to this breaker block. This is what I call, sorry, this QM. This is what I call a QM. After price creates something like a head and shoulder, price will take out this high, then after price will break structure to the downside. This is what we call a QM. You can refine to the QM. This makes sense because this is fresh and it's around your key level. So you refine above, you don't refine down. When you want to refine your key level, if you are selling, refine above, never you refine down. Never you refine down. And you can also use entry confirmation, which we are going to come to that. Let's look at another example. This is what we call a QM. This is a QM. Now let's look for another example. Let's look for another 4 hours key level. Okay. Now let's see price sold from this key level. Let's say price sold from this key level right here. Now let's check if this key level is valid. Now if you go to the 2 hours time frame, you see this is an OCL. One of the most strongest key levels are V-shaped key levels and A-shaped key level. If you like, you can refine to this A-shaped key level. Now let's go to the 1 hour time frame. Can you see it's an OCL and it's fresh? Can you see this makes sense for you to sell? It's aligned with 2 time frame. This makes sense, and it did what? It must break structure. For that key level to be valid, it must break structure. Can you see? It broke structure, making this key level valid. This one broke structure, making this QM valid. And if you look at all these key level, they are above the premium zone. Can you see? Above the premium zone. This one above the premium zone, which makes sense for you to sell. Now let's look at another example. I want us to do more example before we go to the real thing, which is the entry, which we are going to come to that. Now look at this. Let's say this is a key level and this is a key level. Now let's see which one makes sense. This is a key level that an OCL that was disrespected. This key level was disrespected. It's a key level. It was disrespected. Just see the volume that it was disrespected. It disrespects this key level with the volume. Now let's refine this key level on the lower time frame. You see it's an OCL, which I need to check 1 hour and 30 minutes. If I can't see something like a breaker block, a V-shaped key level, then or an A-shaped key level, then I am not interested. I need to see something. If I see just an OCL, then I'll delete this key level. Now let's go to the 1 hour time frame. On the 1 hour time frame, still an OCL, which it does not make sense. Now let's go to the 30 minute, which is our final zone. Now if you can check, this was the only key level that you can refine to, which is the QM right here. This is the only key level you can refine to, which is a sniper edge. Can you see this is a QM? Can you see this is a QM? And why will this key level be valid? This, we had a break of structure before we pick a key level. Inside that, we had a break of structure. Can you see there was a break of structure? And now can you see this breaker block right here? Don't worry, we'll come to entry. You understand what I am doing. You understand better. We'll come to entry. For now, just understand how to mark key levels, because a lot of you will be asking, how did I get this key level? How did I get this key level? Worry not, we'll come to entry. You understand after combining key level, bias, key level, and then structure and entry. So for now, we are just trying to identify key levels. Now this is an OCL, right? This is an OCL. Let's refine this key level. I need to see something like a structure, like a V-shaped key level or an A-shaped key level. Can you see the sell we took from this valid key level? You see it's dropping because this key level was valid. It was fresh on the lower time frame on an A-shaped key level. That's why price is selling right down here. Now let's refine this OCL again. Now if you go to the 2 hours time frame, you see this is a V-shaped key level. This is an A-shaped key level, sorry, and a breaker block also, which you can see this breaker block has a fair value gap. This automatically makes sense to sell from. Can you see? Or you can use this A-shaped key level, one and the same. Now let's see if we can still refine on the next time frame. You can see this key level is valid. That's why we had this sell from here. You must experience a reaction from that key level. Price must give a reaction from that key level before doing anything. And if you are trading against the trend, or just doing this randomly, but we'll combine everything, because if you are trading against the trend, your key levels will always hit SL. If you are trading against the trend, this is done trading with the trend. Now this is another OCL right here. If you can mark this OCL, let's refine this key level. You can see this key level is an OCL, which does not make sense for me. I need to look for 1 hour and 30 minutes. If I don't see something that makes sense, a breaker block, a V-shaped key level, a QM, then I am not interested. If I can see that. Now let's refine on the 1 hour time frame. You can see it's still an OCL. Now let's go to our final time frame, which is a 30-minute. And on the 30-minute, can you see? You can refine. It was mitigated. This key level was mitigated. Any key level that have been mitigated will become liquidity. So where can you refine this key level to? An A-shaped key level. Can you see? You can refine to an A shape. Now this key level here makes sense because it had something around there. Can you see? Now we had a drop. If you can mark your key level the right way, you always have sniper entries. Now we have done we are done with OCL. Let's look for A-shaped key levels, and now let's check this. And another thing, if you look at key level I just marked, you discover the key level broke structure. That's why that key level was valid. If your key level don't have a break of structure on the 30-minute, the 1 hour's time frame, the 2 hours time frame, or the 4 hours time frame, then that trade you'll be a liquidity. Now let's say this is a QM, right? Let's consider this is a QM. Now let's refine this QM for itself. Let's refine this is a QM. Let's refine this QM. Right, this is a QM. Look very well. We are before you find a key level, make sure that key level we already have a break of structure before you can start looking for that. When we come to entry, you understand, because when we come to entry, you say, okay, since we have a break of structure, you take your feet from here to the downside. Now we are looking for key levels that are within, above the 50% or below the 50% if we are buying, and if you are selling, it should be above the 50%. Now you can see this is a breaker block. Now this breaker block is still fresh, and if you go to the 1 hour time frame, the key level is still more fresh. Can you see? You can refine to this fresh key level. Can you see? This is a fresh key level. If you want to do more refinement, you can refine to this key level right here to have a sniper entry. Can you see? And why is this QM a high probability? Your high probability QM will always have a fair value gap for you to take a sell. Now, not everything is guaranteed. You hit stop losses, but if you are trading the right way, you always make money, and you always have more wins than losses. So if there's anything you want me to do, just drop it in the comment section, and I'll do more examples of this. I know this will be confusing, but if you go to entry, you're going to understand this better, because after we find a structure, like I said, after we find a structure before we can start looking for key levels. With that, now you will filter a lot of key levels. After we have a break of structure, something like this, before we can start looking for key levels. Now let's say, okay, we also have a break of structure to the downside here. Let me just go to the 4 hours and look for a key level. Now, before I check a breaker block, can you see this is what I call a breaker block? I haven't done an example on that. Can you see this is a breaker block, right? Market have disrespected this key level. Can you see it has a fair value gap right here? It has a fair value gap. This makes sense for me. I cannot trade from this breaker block. Why? Market disrespected that breaker block, left a fair value gap, and can you see market tap on that key level multiple times, which makes sense. Now I can go to the 2 hours time frame. On the 2 hours time frame, that key level is still fresh. Can you see market disrespected it, came back and we are still having that fair value gap. Can you see? Now let's go to the 1 hours time frame. Can you see on the 1 hours time frame, we still have that fair value gap, and that key level is still fresh. So no need to refine because the key level is still fresh. Market disrespected it. When I say fresh, now you people be confused. Whenever you have a key level like this, let's say this is not fresh for buys, but once price disrespect that key level and close below that key level becomes automatically fresh. So make sure you watch my video for buyers so that you understand better. And for buyers, we don't refine our key level. We use just the daily key levels to wait for rejection and a break on the 4 hours on the 1 hour's time frame before we start looking for entry confirmations. So comment whatever you want me to do, and I'll make a video on that, and I'll explain better. If you don't understand, ask me a question in the comment section. I will answer you. So if you love this video, like, share and subscribe. Peace out.